Hey viewers, Hexcraft here. Before we get started, I just want to say sorry. I really wanted this video out last week, being the week of Valentine's Day, but I'm starting to question if Riot has something against me. I know they probably don't, but since starting this series, I have had so many issues. 3-hour queue waits to log into the PvE just to have a 30-minute queue to get into a game. The test tool being down for multiple weeks on end. Champions that I was ready to do videos for, such as Aurelion Sol, Kindred, and Kled, getting skins at a later date, locking skins behind masterwork chests that I have to roll for, making it so I can't buy masterwork chests in bundles anymore, so I have to buy them individually, making premium Hextech chests bundles, which give me about 3 to 4 skins out of buying a 10 set, shop breaking so that if I'm buying chests, it might just not let me buy anything anymore, or sometimes if I buy a skin, it'll stop letting me buy skins, which is a major issue because that's why this video is late, because I had to wait multiple days to unlock certain skins for this video. So yeah, it's a pain in the ass, this one, and yeah, so let's get into it though, and we have a lot to talk about because Caitlyn, including base, has 15, which I didn't realize before going into this. So let's get started. Base Caitlyn is good, but in all honesty, the thing that really makes it stand out nowadays, in my opinion, is the fact that it isn't like its old self. In fact, comparing the old Caitlyn to the current one we have, I would say old Caitlyn was more of a porn parody of what we have now as Caitlyn. And what we have now is, again, steampunk as fuck. It's okay. It's, just base Caitlyn, in all honesty. Nothing too special, nothing too grand. It gets a 5. This skin is pretty much generic Soldier Caitlyn, which is kind of weird, seeing as it's supposed to be a part of the Battlecast Resistance skin line. I'd assume she'd have, some kind of details added to it, because her skin being put into that skin line happened before her visual update. But in the end, though, it's still an okay looking skin, and the gun is really nice. So it gets 5. Just like base Caitlyn, Sheriff Caitlyn felt like the original skin before the visual update was a porn parody of what it is now. And Sheriff Caitlyn really does look like, well, a sheriff. And again, being the cheaper models, the only thing really changed is the model and the gun, and they both fit the cowboy-cowgirl aesthetic. So I really like it. It fits the skin line. I give it a 6. If I recall, similar to Firefox Ari, this was more supposed to be a kind of ha-ha funny internet browser joke, but honestly, the model's nice, and I do like how there is a green color to the spells this time around. Again, the hunter-esque hunting rifle is pretty nice and pretty cool, and honestly, for looks-wise, I would literally say she's just Lara Croft wearing Crocodile Dundee's hat, which, compliment, an insult, take whatever way you want. She gets a 6. Now, Caitlyn's skins really made her feel like she belongs in the setting the skin is for, but honestly, Arctic Warfare Caitlyn feels more like what Caitlyn would wear if she was in a cold environment normally. If I recall, Arctic Warfare is part of the Arctic Ops skin line, which again, just like Resistance, really doesn't give off the same feel as the other skins in the skin line, showing that it was just an older skin Riot shoved into a skin line, which they could have updated the look more. But again, it's just Caitlyn in a nice winter outfit with, honestly, the gun looks like the one Safari had, so I gotta give it a 5. Officer Caitlyn, again, it has the small details on top of the interesting outfit and gun, which, speaking of the outfit, just like I said before, and I'll say it again, this, before the old version, felt more like a porn parody of the one we currently have. But back to the small details, I do like how her effects have a red and blue effect to them, sort of like the lights of a police car. And instead of tea during a recall and a cupcake in the trap, she has a donut. That's funny as fuck. I don't think that was a part of the old model, and if it wasn't, I appreciate the humor. I give this one a 6. what do I say about this? The traps are pretty neat. I like how it's a hologram of a cupcake. The alt's pretty cool, and the headshot bullet is pretty cool. However, the rest of the effects are eh. The gun is really weird and probably, I'd say, the worst gun she has. And the outfit and her model, she looks like someone who tried doing a Predator costume, but only wore the costume part, didn't put on any like makeup or prosthetics. Heck, I almost wanted to call that helmet of hers a discount Widowmaker helmet. It's an okay skin, better than base, but I'd say it's probably worth as much as the cheaper skins. It gets a 6. First thing I want to bring up is that in the art, she sort of has a pinkish purple skin tone, but in game, it looks more whitish pink. I think for reference, the big issue here is that just like Fiddlestick, the model's a bit too bright. Certain parts of it, at least. The rest of it, I'd say, is pretty neat and interesting, actually. The outfit's pretty okay. Again, it was the first of the variant, I guess, even though we don't think we've had a Lunar Wraith since her and Morgana's Lunar Wraith. Spell effects are pretty nice, and the gun looks okay. I do like how in the trap, it looks like it's one of the, buns that they would serve. But again, it's kind of part of a skin line that I'd say is really much more of Riot just trying to make more variants of a Chinese New Year skin when they didn't really need to make new variants. And if you don't believe me, look up how many variants they have for Chinese New Year based skin. There's a lot, and I feel like this is one of them that wasn't necessary. So I'm gonna give it a 6. I'll be honest, when I first saw this skin, I had some interesting high hopes. First off, I didn't record it, but between levels 1 and 5, your gun looks different. Looks a little lesser, but once you hit level 6, it looks like the gun currently that you see in the video. It does not change at all besides that. It does have a cool effect when you ult, but that's it. Again, smallest disappointment I really have with the skin. I will say the visuals are pretty cool. Gun morphs when doing certain abilities and all that, And honestly, yeah, that ult looks powerful, looks fun. Skin's pretty cool. It's alright. Fun interesting fact, when you recall, you steal a different hat. I did not check how many variants of hat, but I did notice when recalling the hat changed that she stole. Again, it's alright. It's a cool fucking skin though. So I give it a 7. Now, most people would say that you're going to give this skin a higher grade because it's Caitlyn in a bathing suit. But honestly, it's the effects and the gun that sold me on this skin. Because let's be honest with ourselves, every male will agree. If you could choose between Caitlyn in a bathing suit in real life or a super soaker sniper rifle like the one she has, every fucking guy is gonna pick the gun because we are all children at heart and we've always wanted to be. Honestly, all pool party guns are way better than the skin attached to them, in my opinion. And yeah, they feel like they hit like a, well, not like water, but for example, the Q you shoot a manta ray, which I think is funny that you shot a manta ray from that water gun. But that's not the only sea life you shoot, because with your E, you shoot a starfish. I really can't tell what is in the trap. It looks like shaved ice because of the coloring, but the cherry on top, I could also say ice cream, but I don't know. And again, for Ultimate, the line between her identifying the shot's gonna go off isn't what sticks this one out. It's the fact that the water around the target is rotating and spinning. Like you just messed with that kid who has the most expensive water gun in existence. And yeah, that water shot kind of looks like it's gonna knock someone's teeth out. Which again, the man-child in me wants that water gun. Again, cool effect, really embodies summer, and again, I want that fucking gun. I give this an 8. When it comes to arcade skins, again, just like Caitlyn's good skins, the small details really shine. The cherries in the trap, her Q turning into the pixel little jet. These are small little pixel effects you have with your abilities and your shot. The fact that you have basically the equivalence of a duck hunt sniper, it's one of those things I really enjoy. And as I always say with arcade skins, it really does have a neat little feature that all its spells are pixelated. So usually you pick characters that have interesting effect. I doubt we're going to see an arcade Garen anytime soon, so it really makes the skin line stick out being interesting. I give it an 8. This anime is fuck. I've been told that the skin sort of takes resemblance ideas from one of the characters from Kill la Kill and Panty and Stalking, but I've not watched those animes and I can't name those characters, even though I'm pretty sure for Panty and Stalking, the character's name is the title, but again, don't know which is which. Apologies. Besides that, it's a really cool skin line, and this skin is really cool with, again, the small detail. Her pose when she does her Q is different. She literally sips from tea after she shoots it. She more or less scoffs when she throws down her W's, which I believe that's flam. I believe that's the term. Her pushback with her E kind of is more of a backdash. Her ultimate really looks like it hit like a fucking rock. If that rock was a fucking cruise missile. And let's be real, the cool rocket-powered fucking wheelie effect she has is what sold a lot of people on this skin. This is Caitlyn's probably her best skin right now, so I gotta give it a 9. I'll be completely honest, I feel like this should have been base Caitlyn. Base Caitlyn is okay, and it embodies what old Caitlyn looked like, but it kind of didn't fit the whole look of Piltover, and, well, honestly, it's this one, but this one kind of still does look a bit more normal, because you're telling me the sheriff is running around still in a sort of dress with a top hat. This outfit looks mobile, so yeah, honestly, her normal skin looks more like what would be considered her casual or older outfit, and this would be more of a sort of mobile tactical kind of outfit. So I give this one a 6. If you have it, it's better than base, and I think you can actually get this in chest, which is why I'm ranking it. Honestly, Snow Moon doesn't disappoint me. I do like the little wisp effect that her traps have. Her Q sort of opens up into a crescent moon design with a crescent moon in it, and, well, you can still see the shades of red mixed in with the light blues and white, still showing the blood moon in it. And let's be honest, that's a cool looking gun, if you call it a gun. In the past, Riot, we know, would have just given her a gun and added a bit of extra details like a crescent moon on it. But with this skin, they made it out of what looks to be branches and metal. It resembles the shape of a gun and the function of a gun, but looking at it, you'd assume it's a magic weapon, which I really like. Also, her E shoots out, and I don't know what it's called. I'll put a picture and a name of what it's called on the screen, but it shoots out one of those, which I believe is supposed to be a thing to help ward off spirits, which is kind of interesting because the whole concept of Snow Moon. So, fun little detail. Anyway, skin gets a 7. I'll be honest, before I saw the in-game for this, I thought the colors would be a little, well, again, dimmer or darker, but again, this is a bright skin, which makes sense. This will be a lovely Valentine's Day skin, but I did not think it was going to be this bright and colorful. I do enjoy it though. Again, the little details really make this skin. The scope on her gun being heart. Her projectile for her Q is a paper airplane. Little cutesy heart trap. The little fact that everything looks like it was drawn with colored pencils on a school notebook. And her ultimate. Always it felt when Caitlyn ulted that it was a sniper aiming for your head. But the little twine pink rope attached to your character and the heart in the target icon above your head feels like she is literally aiming for your heart. I do also enjoy the fact that out of all the explosions when the ult hits you, it kind of gives off a feel that a Jinx rocket would give, which I think is pretty cute and neat. It also pops up in A+ for some reason, which, again, pretty sure it's more the idea of like, oh, she sketched these abilities onto probably a test paper that was graded, so cute little detail. Again, for a skin for a Valentine's Day event, it stands out from the usual and it's really cute and nice. Abilities are also really good, so I gotta give it a 7. And that'll do it. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully next week I can actually get the video out. I'm hoping to release either a set or a Malphite video, so keep your eye out for that. I am working on other videos as well, and again, I'm always down to hear your comments below what you'd like to see. I'm told at the end of the video I should say things like, share, comment, and subscribe, but I'm gonna say it here at the end part where I'm gonna say goodbye, so you can just leave the video now. But I hope you had a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.